Okay, so the problem in front of me says the length of a truck is 5 feet and the height is 10 feet. A toy truck has a length of 2 feet. What is the height of the toy truck if it is proportional to the truck? So there are a few things about proportions that we need to know, and one is that if one aspect of the proportion equals 0, then the other does. So if the length is 0, the height is also 0. That's one thing. So we have this 0, 0 part right here. That shows that it's proportional. There's another trick that we're going to find out. But first I want to fill in the table to answer the question. So we see that the height is 10 and the length is 5. And then we want to know what is the height when the length is 2. So this is the part we want to figure out. Well, first, when the length is 5, the height is 10. So that means when the length is 1, I can divide by 5, then the height would be 2. And now I see I can do my multiples: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And it looks like it's a 1/2, 1/2, 2/4, 3/6, 4/8. Length to height is a ratio of 1 to 2. Now, there's a trick on my table. If something's proportional, I can multiply diagonally, and this is why cross products work. I can multiply diagonally on my table, and the two numbers, they will multiply to equal the same thing. So 4 times 10 is 40, 5 times 8 is 40, and they're equal. Let's try over here. 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 2 is 4, so they're equal. Anywhere on my table, if it's proportional, I can multiply diagonally and I'll get the same answer if my problem is proportional. So if I want to figure out this problem and I don't want to draw my entire table, I can draw a proportion box, which you might have seen before, that looks like this. I'm just going to draw a shorter table, so I'm just going to put the information I need. I need my units. I need my information I'm given, which was the 5 and 10. And I need the information that the length is 2, and I'm looking for the height, so that's right here. Those are the only 3 parts I'm going to include in my proportion table. So first, I'm going to fill in the units: length and height. Next, I'm going to fill in what I was given in the problem, and that is that the height is 10 feet and the length is 5 feet. So the height is 10 feet and the length is 5 feet. That was what I was given here. So 5 feet, height is 10 feet. Now, a toy truck has a length of 2 feet. So for length, I'm going to put a 2. What is the height of the toy truck? So that means for height, that's my x. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Now we just figured out that on a table, if it's proportional, when I multiply diagonally, the cross products are going to be equal. So now I'm going to do 10 times 2 is 20, and that should equal 5 times x, whatever x is. So 5 times what equals 20? I'm going to divide by 5. 20 divided by 5 is 4, so x equals 4. The way I check my work is I put a 4 in place of my x. 5 times 4 is 20. 10 times 2 is 20. So yes, my cross products are equal, and my problem is proportional. So the height is 4, and that's exactly what we found when we did this table, but this is just a shorter way to write the proportion.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.